Oh, 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 yes, I know. It is Friday morning. It is July 1st. And I thought I would pop in to share with you just this thing that's been on my heart and what woke me up this morning. And so this is a special edition of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster Show. Y'all know on this show, all we do is talk about pitching, branding, marketing, sales, that sort of thing. But today, y'all, let's talk about I'm about to come clean. This is the gift, growing pains. So I don't know about y'all, and y'all come through, come through, come through. I don't know about any of y'all, but we've been through so much as a society, as women, as men, as they. We've been through a lot. And over time, I don't know about y'all, but it just feels like it's constantly this push and this pull of everything. And sometimes you forget to even catch your breath, right? So over this last year, things have been great. We've been definitely, doing our thug thistle. But I was feeling this like wanderlust on the inside. I was feeling this need to, go ahead and do something different. And so I woke up this morning. God woke me up at 4 o'clock this morning. And sometimes I like try to lay there for like 15, 20, 30, 45 minutes, maybe 2 hours. Try to watch some makeup tutorials that I never use, but I just like to look at them as a way of unwinding. And he said, get up. And so I got up, I did my devotionals, devoted my time to the Lord and asked him to guide me today. And so what did he do? That's exactly what he did. And so I was writing out goals because honestly, y'all, I've been, yes, we have our, goals, but there were certain things I was afraid to write because I knew once I committed to paper, it's on and popping, right? So I started writing down our goals for perfect pitches, but also for my team. And it just like I went to the eWomen Network, Central New Jersey's Women's Summit, right? And CEO of eWomen Network, Sandra Yancey, was there, and she was just saying these things that you think you've heard, but it's like some things kind of clicked and made sense. So come through, y'all. When you come through, say your name. Then you come. And what made you show up for this? Because I'm a like, yeah, because I nothing is rehearsed, none of that. We just going in. And she talked about how, just getting rid of dead weight. And, we all heard about email lists, we all heard about these things, but there was this purging that needed to be done in my life, and I'm sure in yours. It's July 1st, which means that, okay, the second half of the year is coming. So it was okay. You got to purge some things. You got to get certain things, and it's not about making sure you have the highest list or the highest number of people on your list. Because if it's not serving you, it's really not. It's not serving your business, your brand, whatever. Certain things have to go. Looking around at your friends, like who, like are we moving forward? Are we at a standstill? Are we moving backwards? So all these sort of things were going through my mind, but I'm writing down the goals and putting things on paper that I've been afraid to put out there because I know it changes everything about what I do. So, being the killer pitch master has been wonderful. And in some ways, I feel like being the killer pitch master was forced through fire because I Sandra talked about this calling and not a dream, but a calling. It's that calling that gets you up even when you're upset and you rest and you wake up and you're still on fire to get it popping. That calling. And I remember when I was at the Bowery Mission Women's Center, there was this little quote, and it said, God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. And I know since I was a young girl, I was called to speaking and to training and to just doing that. And you add pitching into that because there was something about me that could unlock it for a lot of people that you didn't have to look, sound, and act like everybody else. However, there's a growing pains of that, right? Because in my mind, y'all, for a long time, it's been this when I was in high school, the ghetto girl made good. college, rising up to be the Spelman woman, rising up to be 33HK01, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Eta Kappa chapter, law school, going up to be the lawyer, like all these things. Well, what's been happening recently is the growing pain of my past being so big, when my future is so much greater. He put me in position with people that I once dreamed of. And I didn't walk in there feeling like the runt. I walked in there feeling like, as my queen, Kelly Charles Collins, always says, I belong in every room I'm in. To walking into spaces and not letting what she's wearing or this mind F, right? People can cook better. They can do all, but I know who I am. And who I am today is not just determined by my past. It's like, oh my goodness, the light bulb has come on. I want to give a shout out to Donna Izzard. I want to give a shout out to the women in me who've been pouring things into me, and it's starting to click, right? And so I'm realizing my path. And my path is changing. My business is changing. Who I am is changing. And, I'm not saying I don't have some slide back moments where I forget who I am and think about who I was. And so moving forward, and if this resonates with y'all, let me know. Like, what do I have to do to let some things go, to be who I am, and to walk in that? Purging first to get rid of some things, but still moving forward regardless. And so that was a make or break moment with Sandra Yancey at the eWomen Network event. Also, things that Ty Goodwin has been telling me, Andrew Frazier's been telling me, Renee Rengrofsky's been telling me, Lee Hayes has been telling me, Lisa DeTofo's been telling me, the Dames, like all sorts of organizations I've been in, but it finally hit me. And like I said, I'm a work in progress, but let me tell you about the gift of growing pains. So there's been this push and this pull about who I used to be and the things that I went through versus who I am, right? And letting it go. So I'm not fully there, but I'm coming up on the final stages of growing pains. And that, there's so much joy in watching people do their thing. I woke up, I saw something from Chanel Evans and Brittany. They're on Facebook and they're part of Black Pretty and Paid. My mentee, Jalen Jones, that's her thing. And it's beautiful to watch people changing and realizing that who they were doesn't be who they are. And the clientele that wanted me way back when is not the clientele that's seeking me now. It's not about just being bigger and better. It's also realizing that people see a difference in me. So they're going to see the difference in you. So how does one go from being the bad bitch with the power pitch to the pitch queen? Do y'all hear me? There's a growing pains in all of that. There's the part of me that I'm a bad bitch with a power pitch, man. Every room I'm walking up in here, I'm doing my thug thistle, to realizing that through these growing pains, through this pushing and pulling and fighting it, wrestling against myself, and having God wrestle with me to see that take it off. Who you used to be served a purpose that does not serve you today. When you sit on the throne, you put your crown on. The difference is life-changing. I think about Darnell Jervey. I think about like so many people who were saying things that never made sense because I wasn't in the right mindset. I wasn't there, y'all. I wasn't. But let me stop. Let me talk to my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful guests who come. And I know this is on a Friday, but I really want y'all to share with me. How was today feeling for you? I'm not saying you woke up and everything was popping, but there's just some things like little nuggets I'm gonna drop on you. And if you're new here, please take my free quiz. I am a 13-time national elevator pitch champion, host and pitch trainer of a new national television show, 4-time #1 best-selling author. I work with the biggest brands and companies in the world: LinkedIn, Google, Microsoft, Yelp, Federal Reserve Bank. Y'all know all of that. And if you really want to take your pitching skills to the next level, where it's your elevator, your media, your investor, your sales, your speaker, check it, an interview. Check it out. It's a free quiz. Go to pitchingforprofit.com. Take my short 6-question questionnaire, and it will give you a customized report that'll show you how to take your pitching truly, not just to the next level, but really own your zone of genius so that the right people are attracted to you. Okay, let me know. Let me see some of my peeps. Okay, hold on, y'all. Y'all know sometimes be moving. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Ah! Kareem, hello, sis. I'm back in the Philippines, and it feels so relaxing, so chill. So when are you coming back? Yeah, all right. Listen, Kareem, it's so good to see you. Terry, I love what you have to say and take away from it each time. Come on. All right, Terry. You know what time it is. Glad to have you. Charmaine from California. Your message attracted me to join in because I can relate to your message. Say it again, Queen, for the peeps in the back. Kareem, yes, I got rid of the lots of dead weight, and I have cleaned house and ribbon. Kareem, you know what we talking about. Come through, brother. Come through. Angelica, so glad you're here, Queen. Charmaine, wait, let me just. When you know your calling and purpose, you know who you are and what you're becoming, standing into your truth. Yes, Queen. Charmaine, you must become unattached to thrive in your excellence. Thank you. Facebook user, I love your transparency. Who are you? I wish I knew who you were because I want to attribute it to you. Charmaine, you got it. Thank you, Queen. Facebook user, I felt good this morning. Ready to conquer the world. Okay. And then we have Terry. I'm feeling frustrated because I know I need to be doing more writing and develop a speaking schedule. I know that's right. Let's talk about it. Facebook user is Nicole. Hi, Nicole. Glad you're here. Oh, wait. Facebook, I don't know why my name is girl. Sometimes technology won't let us be great. Okay. And so again, this episode is all about coming clean, the gift of growing pains, right? So you all know when we're going through growing pains, it's difficult. It's one thing to learn how to walk and stuff like that. But in business, things change, right? On a dime. Regulations, you could be out of business. A pandemic can wipe you out. So I what I'm seeing about business is sometimes you just gotta, like Sandra Yancey said something about showing up differently, right? And so I thought about some things and, thinking about some of the things in my life. And so showing up means I need to show up in the right spaces. And that doesn't mean going to every event under the sun. That's not what I'm saying. But the right ones where things can happen. And so I recently did something with September Smith, the Breakthrough in Media Summit. And I met a wonderful woman named Tony Caruso. And she heard something in me that was unique that she hadn't seen in other speakers. And mind you, how many summits have we all done? And a lot of them, some things can be good, some things can be bad. But when I tell you this woman was of her word, I was telling her about a situation, and she was like, "We're gonna rectify that real quick." Put me in contact with 3 managing directors from eWomen Network, just to let them know about me. And when I tell you she's a woman of her word, I mean she was. So that's why I went to the eWomen Network Central Jersey event, because God knew I needed to be in the room and people needed to experience me. All phases of me. And so, I was allowed to do a short pitch. And when I tell you, the women were ready. And you think in your mind, is it too crass? It's too. And I thought of all different types of pitches, and I just came out and they were feeling it. And I realized I had come to a point where, wait a minute. Yes, you pitched it to different audiences differently, but I wanted them to really feel me and see the difference, that you can rock a crowd in 57 seconds. You can have people coming up to you like that, like it happened. They had great. But anyway, the reason why I'm talking about coming clean is because there were these moments where I was like, who do I have to be in this room? When's the last time you asked yourself that question? Because I thought I had gotten over that, but I think we've been doing video for so long. So when you're in these rooms now, it's just like this total thing of, I am precious And my Queen Kelly Charles Collins says, I belong in every room that I'm in, right? I belong in every room I'm in. So what does that have to do with coming clean? So yes, even the killer pitch master gets scared. Even the killer pitch master has her moments. But as I'm walking into the pitch queen, I'm understanding that any company that's been around 100 years, you've been through a lot of things. Any company that's been around 10, 15, 20, 30, whatever, that's a lot that you've gone through, from regulations to changes and a lot of things, and you still had to overcome. And that's why me writing my new book called The Pitch Queen matters, because I went from being the bad bitch with the power pitch to the pitch queen. And y'all, when I tell y'all, it feels so good to wake up with God telling you what time it is and that you're about to present to a totally different market. You're about to be seen in a totally different way. And it's not about popularity. It's not. It's not. Some of the wealthiest people, some of the people who have the most impact, you may never know their name because they don't want you to. But the impact you have, the impact you can have is infinite. Right? So becoming a pitch queen, I always saw myself as the woman who my sisters had to put the crown on, adjust it, and everything like that. And now I became that woman, and I'm helping women adjust theirs. So when I tell y'all, it's a mind fuck it is, because it has totally changed, right? So what does that mean about the growing pains? New opportunities start presenting themselves that you said you wanted years ago, but they're here now because you're finally ready for them. Before, I was like, oh, I want to be on TV. I want to do this, da, 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 da. Like, it is superficial. But now it's different because I'm ready for it. 40 years old was a game. 40, when I turned 40, it was a game changer. It really was. 41, 42, 43, because I'm supposed to be decrepit and tired and through. And I feel like there's a second wind. And as much as society may try to take things from me, I ain't letting you, nah, you ain't taking nothing from me. I'm just getting started. Oh, the second chapter has begun. And in that second chapter of readjusting my own crown, readjusting my vision, readjusting like creativity, innovation, and seeing things differently. I am not a follower. I'm a leader. And I'm sure in certain situations I can follow, but that means that keeping my finger on the pulse of what's coming next, not what's now, what's coming next, and making sure that my vision has to stay clear, which means all the distractions in the world aren't going to serve me. That's the distraction to keep you away from your real goal and real purpose. And that's why it's a growing pain, because you're fighting against what you've always been taught to become who he wanted you to be. And purpose is beautiful when you finally start to see he's been guiding you all the way there. And yeah, you made some pit stops and some fails and some falls, but it's coming and it's here, right? So here's some things that I thought were so beautiful. So yesterday I woke up, I was so excited because my graphic designer, he was creating these he was creating these graphics for the Pitch Queen and for the billboards and stuff like that. And I put it out to select groups, and I got a response that kind of hit me hard. And I didn't know how to take it, because I could take feedback, constructive criticism. And realistically, I really just woke up, and it stung, and it hurt. But let me tell you how good he is. Let me tell you how good God is. So I thought about it, and it was just a difference of communication styles. That's all it was. I woke up this morning, I said 4 o'clock in the morning, doing my devotionals, everything, and then doing what he told me to do. I looked back at those comments. And when I tell you, eyes wide open, understood exactly what she was saying. I understood. And so I immediately, listened to her message in my inbox. And then I responded back in a voicemail. And we went back and forth, 5 o'clock in the morning. Who does that? Because the old is changing and the new is here. We just had a different communication style. But let me tell you something about this queen. She knew her stuff in her zone of genius, and I know my stuff in my zone. And it was just a matter of respecting each other's zones, but also understanding that I don't need yes people around me. I need somebody who's like, oh, okay, that's cool, but let me take you to the side because I'm about to school you, queen. And she did. And then the queen had the nerve, the audacity to pray over me because she said, you're going bigger and bigger and higher and higher. And she prayed. When I wrote, I said, queen, I can't. You just can't. Because the bait of offense, oh, she making me feel like I'm a bum. Oh, but that's not what she was doing. We just had a different communication style. And when he woke me up, that's what he wanted me to see. Sometimes we can wake up and something will set us off because we're already stressed about something else. This queen taught me a valuable lesson. My mentee and Queen Jalen taught me a lesson. And that's why I want y'all to know that's the part of growing pains. Your first reaction is not the true reaction because you take time, you think about it. There's so many people who want to help you and they may not know how to talk to you, but they have such good hearts. But that wasn't the problem. We just had different communication styles. And also when you're stressed, you're thinking things are attacking you. She wasn't. So I want to say to this queen, I'm not going to put your name out there, but I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I also thank queens who step in to check me. Because I know, listen, another call this morning with my book coach. My guy got with me. And it was like, the same thing that happened to me yesterday. I did to someone, not even knowing that how my words would be taken because I don't come at people hard like that. I just really don't unless I got to. When I tell you my coach is on vacation and took the time to call me and let me know, I was so apologetic from a genuine place because I understood, because I just went through the same thing yesterday. You see how he does it? That's a different communication style and texting and all that. That's not the best way. Because sometimes things are left in translation. Sometimes you're moving through different things. So that's what I would say. Come and clean. To get the growing pains, I still mess up because I have to understand different communication styles. And sometimes when you all moving, I just want to say that to y'all. If y'all ever went through that, just know it happens. And I hope that this meant something to you all. But I just wanted to share that with you all today. So let me see what y'all were saying. Anything resonate with you? But I'm so appreciative to have this moment with you all before the city of New York comes here because interns are coming for me, and I'm so happy to be. I'm so happy to work with the city under the Adams administration, where I'm going to have interns and they're going to be paid and everything. So that is what happens when you go from unknown to legendary. That things come your way. And I'm telling y'all, we can look every day and compare ourselves to everybody else, but your race is really yours. And the people who think that it looks easy don't know it's a 10, 11, 12-year journey for me before y'all ever heard my name. That's the true tea of entrepreneurship. True tea. Y'all want that true tea? True tea. Okay. Kareem says, yes, sis, I really have no idea what my new pitch and new business model will be. It's been 22 years and I need a reinvention. You know what? That's what I'm talking about. Kareem said, we was doing it good, but there's something else calling. I'm telling you, he qualifies the call. Kareem, I'm being pulled towards the young brothers who need that guidance and mentorship, especially in business. It's hard for me to realize I'm an OG. Yes, a second win. It's the same way with me. Kareem, I spoke at a high school graduation a week ago today. And I looked out at the audience, and 25 years ago, last month, I graduated from high school as valedictorian in the class of 1997. And they had lost a classmate to gun violence. And when I was in high school, we had lost 5 classmates. And I'm telling you, it was that full circle moment of, oh my goodness. And I knew the message that they needed. And I also knew that I had become an OG. As Bill Gates and Steve Jobs said, they used to be the youngest and now they're the oldest. What? They need you, King. We need you. Charmaine, congratulations. Terry, this is awesome. Thank you, Queen. Sheree Hicks, I'm glad I listened because this helped me with something I'm going through in my boot camp. Get it, Sheree. And then we have Joyce. Yes. Terry, I work with a majority of 20 somethings. It's exciting to get their feedback from their perspective. It is. And so I want you all to know. That this isn't easy. This isn't easy. Kareem, we feel so young, we forget we are seasoned for real. And we do have wisdom. It's like a realization. Wow, I know that's right. And so the reason why I wanted to come and have this particular conversation and make it quick, because my guest has arrived from that's what EP. But let me just say this, y'all. This is one of the reasons why I went from the bad bitch with the power pitch to the bitch queen. It's because I want to share things with you all that you don't know about me. And my life is more than homelessness and severe alcohol addiction and having a bad childhood. There are things that I went through that honestly will shock at all you. It will, because I woke up a couple of days in a panic, like, should I let them know? And it was like, yeah, I got to, because as business owners, unless you came from wealth, there are some things you're going to deal with on the way as you become successful and more successful. That's going to come up. And for me, I need to deal with it openly, but also share with you that the things you're ashamed of are the things that really will set you and others free. And so it's part self-help, part inspiration, part memoir, part kick booty all day type thing. And realizing that he's been talking to us in so many different ways. And finally there comes that moment where he's like, you either gonna put up or shut up right now. And that's the moment we're in. And so the Pitch Queen is in pre-sales. If you want to get it on Amazon, you are more than welcome. If you want and here it is, you can go on Amazon right now. You can pre-order The Pitch Queen by Precious L. Williams. It'll get on Kindle, but in 2 weeks we'll start rolling out the real pre-sales, because there's going to be a lot of cool things that we're going to be putting out there. But I just want you all to know that because it's July 1st, we're in the second half of the year. Let's actually hold fast to the calling that is on our lives. And who we were before is not who we are. And I just want you all to know this is a perfect time to reevaluate and to see the growing pains that you've been going through, this struggle that's pushing this pull. It's time to put up or shut up. And not everybody's going to like it. Not everybody's going to understand. But it's time to come clean and lean into those growing pains. And also to know that you're about to influence a different audience. You're about to have an impact on people that don't know you right now, but are getting ready to know you. So again, my name is Precious Williams. I am the proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious. And I literally teach the art and science of the killer pitch. So if you want to know where the money resides, it's in a pitch that pays and slays. Y'all see this? The green? I love green. Like, I feel like when I see green, I see growth, rebirth. I see like regeneration. I see it. And that's why my nails are chrome green. My toes are chrome green. The background is green. I just feel like I'm in this energy of growing and loving and stuff. So my website is www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. You can go on there and see the great things that we're doing, the events that I have coming up, my one-on-one, my digital trainings and stuff like that. But you can also just find a space to feel safe and to let loose and to become the king or the queen of your domain and own your zone of genius. Let me just make sure what time it is. Okay, hold on. Love your energy, Queen. Love your energy, Kimberly. I'm so glad you're here. And then Kareem said, let's go write a Pitch King edition. I'm amazed at how young kings are too. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? So you all know that I truly care. I thank you for giving me this time with you all. And so let's all come clean. The growing pains, they're going to get you to another level altogether. We're not all crawling like we were when we were little. And every stage requires a different and a better version of you. So go with those growing pains and let's go kick butt. Okay? Love y'all. Bye.